Hi viewers, how are you? So today we'll be looking at giving back to the society, differentiating between a need and a want, and also getting to know how to identify needy people in our society and how to assist them. And so issues to do with philanthropy, and we are joined by Eric from the Wendo family, but he will tell us more about himself. So Eric, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
So please introduce yourself.
Okay, like she has said, my name is Eric. Eric Nawai. I go by the alias of Flash. I'm the founder and the current chair of Wendo Family Charity Group.
Nice. I remember meeting you sometime when you had some charity thing happening somewhere, and so I really was interested in what you do. I was thinking of philanthropy having to do with people who are very rich and they're the ones who go giving and helping out others in the society because they have extra. We know the likes of Richard Branson and all that, and the things they are involved in. But we also know that there are some rich people who don't really help out. So I was wondering if you can maybe define or differentiate between a need and a want. A need and a want. Because sometimes you think that we need something, but we don't really need it, and so we can be confused for people who are very needy. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so from my own understanding, a need is that thing that you cannot do without. It's like a basic that you have to on a day-to-day need. Like let's say food. Food is a need. Most rather to everyone, but now when it comes to a once I can put it like something that like for instance, let me give an example of this book.
The book.
Okay, let me
talk about an iPhone 13.
An iPhone 13, or even a phone. I don't know if the phone is more. I don't think a phone is a need. It is a want to me because. Believe me, we can do without a phone.
Yeah, true. Great. So for a need, you cannot live without it. And that makes me also think about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where he talks about physiological needs having to do with food, shelter, and clothing. If you have that, then you start now thinking about other things, like security, safety, love, and belonging. And then you now go to self-actualization, the very highest level. And I think that's where most rich people are, and we would think that okay, they have it all, and so now they can think about the society. But I was interested in getting to know what you do, given that I don't know whether you're in that league of Richard Branson and all this and Richard Branson, maybe you're a president and all, and how is it that you would actually think about the needy when you're not at the same level with them? But are you in the same level as them?
The same level, the Richard Branson?
Yes,
no, unfortunately no, but it's something I'm looking forward to.
It's something you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
So why did you get this what motivates you, what makes you think about the needy, given that you also feel that there's something that's not adding up in your life? And
so let's say it's more of the upbringing. From a Christian background.
Okay.
So right from the word go at a tender age, we're instilled about helping the needy. That is the gospel that is preached. And then again, also from your own conviction, you're out there, you meet someone in the street, and you are like, no, this is not what I have. Rather, this is not what I would like to be. And since you're fortunate enough, thank God, and there is, how do I call it? It's called it's a vocation, more of a calling. It's more of a calling.
Wow, how come we don't have that calling? Because we pass these people all the time. Maybe they're on the road, or maybe they've been chased away from their homes, and maybe they've gone through very difficult situations for orphans who maybe don't have a home and stuff. Why do we forget about them and you think about them? Or are you living in the very best of,
I don't think I'm living at the very best, but maybe just to answer your question, mostly I would put it in the society. Because now the society has taught us not it's in the public domain. Most people are, how do I call it? Most people take advantage of those women. Yeah. Then the other thing is, we also try to harden our hearts. Now judging from such, you see, you pass somebody on the street, then you're like, something deep within tells you, this person needs.
No, this something deep, Eric.
Yes.
You know, we're wondering about this something deep because there are so many people. They just walk around and they don't feel it. When you see someone struggling to find some food to eat or even feed their family, they don't even have shelter. And you're also thinking, okay, I'm also living in a bedsitter, so at a resort. Yeah, so what exactly is that thing? Anyway, let me not grill you some more because I'm trying to see what motivates you. But then again, I was interested in getting to know your source of funds or maybe the things that you do for these people that you find the needy.
Yes. Okay, so basically the source of funds is it's like how do we call it? It's a merry-go-round.
Okay.
Yeah. Not more of a merry-go-round, but we'd say it's kuchanga.
Oh,
yes.
Donations?
Yeah, it's donations.
From different people, well-wishers?
Yeah, well-wishers, different persons, friends, and everything. Yeah.
There are times that you have this group of people who are needy, let's say you can't get donations, right?
Yes.
What do you do when you want to help them? What do you do? You can give us an instance. What have you ever done? Maybe on your own without, What would you do? You're in a certain situation where these people need, and you need to help them, but you don't have the money and whatever they require.
Now is why you mobilize, make use of your contacts and the social platforms that we have.
What if they refuse? Like you reach out to people, you tell them, please, I need what we need, unga, we need what to give whoever, then nothing comes out of that. So what do you do?
Well, I've not experienced that.
You haven't? How lucky is Wendo family?
Let's say we're lucky.
You must be very lucky. You must be very lucky. Because what happens, sometimes you're trying to reach out to people and telling them, okay, let's help out this person. And some of them would be like, we've not even helped ourselves. So why is it that we would come through for whichever group that you're dealing with? So that's what I was actually thinking about.
Yeah, but maybe just to cut you short, you see, out of say 100, rather 10 persons, you reach 10 persons, out of them maybe 3 respond. Now that is something.
It's something.
I'm not saying it's 100% every person you reach towards.
So what do you do with the rest? If it's 100% you need it, you get 70. What do you do with the 30% that you've not gotten?
You manage what you have.
You manage what you have.
Yes.
You add in sometimes.
Yeah, you add in sometimes from your own pocket. Of course, we ourselves, rather myself, are also chipping.
Yeah. And how do you feel after having done that? Maybe having come through for a certain needy person or needy family. How do you feel? What does it make you feel?
Just to make it's fulfilling.
Fulfilling.
Yeah. At the end of the day, after the event, you go. I mean, you're like somebody in the society. You have done something.
You've done something.
Yeah, that as in the moment you go and leave them and you see their smiles, the way they are happy and everything. So it's like you have accomplished. To me, that is an accomplishment.
It's an accomplishment.
Yes.
Wow. Interesting. I'm sure our viewers are interested to know also about your background. Maybe something that could it be that you experienced something in the past which made you become who you are? Because it seems like you've already found your purpose in life, because most people live for me. I want to drive a BM. I want to live in Rwanda. I want. But for you, it's about them. So we wanted to our viewers are interested in getting to know Eric, the founder of the Wendo family. What is his story? What has he gone through? His experience that maybe made him now start thinking about other people.
Okay, Joey, I'll give this as an example of a pastor.
Yes.
Yeah. So to me, I'd just rather stick with the point that it's more of a calling. Yeah. To be honest, I've read my fair shares of the ups and downs, but I've never come to a point of rather begging. That one, I thank God for that. Yeah, I'm from a humble background. Yeah, but also it's my pleasure, it's my joy to see now the persons who are below, they are lifted. Yeah.
You never lacked really?
Never really.
No, this is very different. Eric, I'm really trying to take it in because most people whom we find doing the kind of work that you're doing have experienced it in the past, and that is what motivates them to really help out other people because they don't want to see them suffer the way they did. So that's really interesting, just to think about that someone doesn't have to have gone through it for them to come through for other people.
Exactly.
Wow. Who are your role models, Eric? Sorry to corner you, but I'm really,
Yeah, for now, I would go with the First Lady.
First Lady,
yeah.
Margaret
Kenyatta.
Ah.
She's doing an amazing job. Yeah, so I'll not go out there.
With her, you're here.
Yeah.
You're real. Amazing. I'm thinking of she does it's the Beyond Zero.
Beyond Zero. Yeah. She's doing an amazing stuff, and it's something that we're hoping will get to such greater heights of time with your family. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's quite selfless, and just for her to also think about such, about maternal deaths and how to alleviate that. Okay,
and
great.
I believe also she has not suffered in life.
Yeah, true. Come to think of it, she has not suffered, but she's there for people who are suffering. This is very interesting. And I hope it's a lesson for other people to just get to know. You don't have to have gone through it for you to be able to empathize and sympathize with the needy. Because what else, by the way, if you think about it, Eric, what else are we living for?
We're living for one. Okay, it depends. Most people have different reasons for living. Yeah, but if I could just go by the biblical point of view, now that is what we are called for.
That is what
that is the true worship.
That is the true worship.
Yeah, according to James 1:27. Visiting the needy.
I should have brought a Bible. Yeah, James what?
James 1:27.
Yeah. Wow. This is really interesting. Interesting.
Visiting the orphans and the needy, the widows. Yeah, now that is the true worship.
Yeah, because I remember we ever met at was it the Usikimi organization and how they help out girls who've gone through some stuff, and you are also part of that whole story. Wow, this is interesting. Our viewers, you don't have to have gone through it for you to really inspire and reach out to somebody else. And again, also issues to do with being human. Are you human enough to really come through for somebody else? Because I'm thinking of even our society and a lot of corruption happening. People don't really care about each other. Okay, great. How has how did Corona affect you? Did it affect you in any way? Or are there any lessons? Because I was thinking of lessons that I've learned from Corona, being one of them is that it's like everything's vanity. We saw people dying every other day, and they would leave out a lot. Some of them were very rich people, but there's nothing. They don't carry anything to their graves. All is vanity. And since I love poetry, I also want to think of a poem, Death the Leper, which is where death equalizes everyone. And the very last line says, only the actions of the just smell sweet and blossom in their dust. So, you'll be remembered for the good things that you did, but not the cars that you drove and the house you lived in and your achievements. By the way, people forget about them, I know. And we are not going to mention that there is this very famous rich guy who just passed away. And he has all this wealth and property and stuff, but people can only remember his actions. And apparently, if you are on the negative side, that's what people remember, right?
Yeah, sure. That's true.
So, Corona lessons?
You're infamous.
You become infamous. Let's go. Corona lessons.
Yeah, so basically what I learned from Corona and everybody that I believe everybody learned from the Corona that life is not like just what we take it. Yeah, there are some. It opened our minds. Yeah, it opened our minds in ways that we didn't think. Like, for instance, now companies are working from home. Yes, that is something that everybody thought the office job 8 to 5. You have to be in the office. But now it has opened what do I call it? The internet and such
Zoom
platforms. It's freelancing, maybe call it work from home at your own comfort. Yeah, that is something maybe we used to see in the Western countries, in the Western world, and stuff. But now it's a reality in the 254 and in Africa as a whole. Yeah, that is something that is positive. Again, also, Corona opened our minds in that. Most people believed when they lost their job and everything. Now you have to think outside the box. You have to eat, you have to do. So now you have to become innovative.
Yes.
So it made most people become
innovative. Wow. It's so true, by the way, what you say, because most people lost their jobs. We had pilots. It's like at that time, a boda guy could actually feed a pilot because you used to like a 6-figure salary, and now you don't have it because there are no planes traveling wherever or flying wherever, but a boda guy is still at work, right? Great. So maybe it also taught us how to really humble ourselves and look at the most important things in life, right?
Sure.
Humble yourself, look at the most important things in life. Great. So guys, if you would like to get in touch with Eric, we're going to leave his contact there because he does great things. You can check out the Wendo family. On I think on Facebook and then all these platforms. So yeah, I was thinking also of advice that you can also share, something you can share with young people, because most of them, especially during Corona and even after, they went through depression. I saw and witnessed people who actually went down because they were like, I have lost my job, I don't have an identity, so I'm just going to commit suicide, I am going to do all this crazy manner of things, commit crimes and stuff. What do you think maybe you can...
Okay, what I can tell them, I'll try and summarize them into two. One, I'll put it in our language, that is Kiswahili, kuteleza si kuanguka.
Kuteleza si kuanguka.
Yeah. The moment you fall down, what do you do after that? Yeah. Yes, you're falling down. You're not the first one. You just stay there and wait for somebody to come and lift you up. Or you can maybe try and lift yourself up, dust yourself, and then begin from there.
Wow. That's one.
Yeah.
That's one. So when you fall, what do you do? It's about your reaction. Yeah, your reaction.
You know, some things are inevitable.
Yeah.
You just go there and maybe something just triggers you and you
fall. Yeah.
Some things are let me say they're unforeseeable. Like we just talked about the Corona. Then the other thing is do I believe as long as there is life, there is hope.
As long as there is life, there is
hope. So the moment you are there, you're waking up the next day. Yes, you are there down, but then you have hope. Start thinking. If you start the pitch, then there is no you can help yourself.
I've followed you guys and seen what you do for other people, which also made me think about Maya Angelou, the famous poet, who said, people will forget what you said, what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So you can maybe give us an instance. Is someone you ever came through for a group, and how did that change them? Have you ever experienced that? When you come through for a certain needy family, and maybe they come to you and they're really maybe thanking you, and
sometimes you meet people in the street, some don't even remember. Like I remember you so and so you came at a certain place and this, and we were very happy. No, that will be something that is a fulfillment.
And
that is what I purpose my life to. Something that is fulfilling.
Something that is fulfilling. Can you categorize the people that you've assisted, or the people that you assist? Like, is it girls from needy families? Can you categorize? We have girls, boys, or even older people. Just maybe categorize so that we get to know. Because I met you with the Sikim, and they had the safe what?
It was a safe haven.
Safe haven for
those who go through various
domestic
violence, gender-based violence.
Gender-based GBV, So that's one. Who else do you reach out to?
The other thing, we we reach out to children's homes.
Children's homes.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we also reach out, which is small of what we do. We believe that disability is not inability. So we try and visit the special schools. The people living with disabilities, we give them hope.
Okay. Give them hope and also goodies if you have.
Yeah, goodies if you have. And most importantly, we find the misconception that especially for the parents, because most of them visit when they are their tender ages, because that is when they are at such institutions. So now we try and rally parents, if they are around, we try to invite them as well. So tell them that we try and partner with some professional organizations, so that they come and give them hope, and talk to them and tell them that such a scenario, rather such a, how do we call it?
An experience.
Not really an experience, but I don't want to call it a misfortune.
That they are going through.
I'm looking for a medical term. I'm talking of the special children, those
their disability.
Yeah, the disability.
Disability is not inability.
Yeah, disability is not. Most of them are born with them. With the disability, like for instance, the cerebral palsy cases. Now that is how we try and explain the cause. Maybe it was not the parents, it is not time.
So you even bring in some medical practitioners sometimes?
Yeah, we try to partner organizations, so partner with the, I don't know if it's right to mention, but with Cerebral Palsy Society of Kenya, they normally help us a lot.
Great, awesome. Well, that's interesting, our viewers. I think you've learned a thing or two, that you don't really have to have it for you to come through for somebody else. And this is quite selfless, Eric, and I want to commend you. Maybe something else that you can also tell your boys and girls as you advise them is I remember Les Brown saying that other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And your story can change in you. You've seen people from very humble background and they become very successful later in life. So that's great. And I love also the motivation that you're doing. You know, you do your motivation program, and I'm planning to also come through for you guys when it comes to things happened, but it was a blessing. I thank God. So now we'll do this together to just ensure that the world is a better place, than we found it. And so with like in my book here, because I will gift you some so that you can also give them out to the guys you support, because I feel it's an inspirational story. I know you have the book.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know whether, did I give you a copy? No. Maybe I should now, definitely. So, because just reading from the blurb, I said the book highlights the plight of the young, marginalized and vulnerable, looking to give them hope and give them a voice. Because, I was thinking of when we met at the King organization, and there were those girls who've gone through domestic violence, and some of them maybe have gone through rape and stuff like that. You're trying to also think of issues of forgiveness. And I having gone through whatever I went through, and I was really trying to forgive whoever wronged me. I didn't understand it quite well at that time, because I was a teenager. But right now, even if you do anything to me, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just continue my life. So maybe these guys, because they're in their prime years, their productive years, they're teenagers and all, they probably need this kind of motivation just for them to be able to navigate through life, Yeah, and write and tell their story. So your final remarks, Mr. Eric, this will be my gift for you. I think I'll give you around 10 copies and some sanitary towels to give to your girls. But your final remarks today?
My final remarks is that anybody can make a change. You are not too small, you are not too inferior to make a change in this society. So what you need to do is just identify an area you are strong at. Rather, you just need to love it. Because maybe I forgot to mention this one, and I believe I believe it's the same thing that is driving you and everyone else. If you want to succeed at something, always make sure you fall in love with what you are doing.
If you want to succeed in something, always make sure you fall in love with it.
The moment you fall in love, then you'll be, as in, things will just be happening. Because you are geared towards achieving that. So your mind will be focused on that. And the moment you do that, then you'll see yourself succeeding.
Then you'll feel fulfilled because success is not wealth and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Success is not, that is just a misconception. Yes, we all want to be wealthy and everything,
yes.
but that is not the definition. My definition of success is
everyone needs to find their definition of success, because you can have it all, but you're still not feeling successful.
Yeah, sure.
Did you just say identify a need? That's one. And then you also need to fall in love with
what you're doing.
What you're doing.
That rather your needs.
Yeah. Fall in love with it, because that will ensure that you carry on. Even if you're faced with difficult situations, you will still move on and you'll be motivated to actually do
just
it.
move on effortlessly.
Yeah, effortlessly. Thank you very much, our viewers. I'm so grateful to you, Eric, for coming. Yeah, and we hope to really get in touch with you so that we can know how to also reach out to the less fortunate. So guys, thank you very much, and we shall meet for another one soon. Cheers.